What's going on, everybody? Bob Saga here, and today this is gonna be the first ever episode of Story Times. A lot of people requested this, and here you go, guys. This is gonna be the first ever episode. Today I have two stories. I'm trying to make them short to fit into one video. So here we go. The first story starts off when I was 6 years old. If you guys didn't know, I was actually born in Houston, and I moved to El Paso when I was about 5 years old. Um, and we moved because of my dad's job, but all my family lived in Houston, so it was pretty sad for us. But anyways, I'm getting off topic. Anyways, that's not the part here. So I think it was at daycare. I think I honestly don't even know, but I was at daycare, and it was like we went to this little place, and I think it was a farm or something. I don't even know, but at the end it was like a little playground, and we all got to play in it and all. But it was a rusty old playground. Like, it had nails and all this other stuff. That it was just old looking, very old looking. And so I was pretty tall as a kid. Like, I was pretty tall as a little kid. And I decided to go under. Like, there's like this little area where you can go under it, and under it had this nail just sticking out of it, very rusty nail, and it was just sticking out of it. I can't believe I missed that guy, but it was just sticking out of it, like completely sticking out. And I was big for it, so I had to like duck. And then I think some kid was running to like come chase me because we were playing tag or something. And then next thing you know, I started running, but I popped up my head like super fast, and I hit the top of my head really hard. But I didn't like it didn't hurt. I had so much adrenaline from running around and playing around that it didn't even hurt. Like, I didn't feel anything. Like, I swear to you guys, I didn't feel anything. What the fuck is going on? Dude, what is going on? I got him. But I swear to you guys, nothing. Like, I didn't feel nothing. No blood yet, but I didn't feel anything. No pain, nothing. I was like, oh, I hit my head. I should be fine. So I keep on running around, right? And it's freaking hot. Like, it's super hot. So I was like, alright, dude, I'm gonna get some water, I'm freaking thirsty. I'm dying to see because it's hot in here. And who's shooting me? Oh, damn. But, I went to go to find my mom to get some water because, the parents are there because it's daycare. So I went to go find my mother, she has the water and everything. She's sitting there happily fine. And then next thing you know, when I start approaching her, I feel warmness on my head and I feel something coming down my head. And I thought it was sweat. Like, I really thought it was sweat. And oh man, he destroyed us. But I thought it was sweat, and I didn't mind it. I was like, oh, it's sweat, like I really don't care for it. But I go toward my mom, right? And she looks at me and she just has this look on her face, like just in fear, like super scared. What the hell? But she looks at me and she says, Abraham, like, are you okay? Like, what happened? And I was like, what do you mean I'm fine? Like, what? Like, I was a little kid, so I was like, I was scared. Like, I don't know what was happening. So I was really scared. Like, I had no idea what was happening. My mom had this look on her face, like, freaking blood running down my head. Had like a, 6-year-old with a crimson mask, and your mom's gonna get freaking terrified. Your mom's gonna get scared, and she's gonna think, what happened? Like, you should have asked me all this. And she told me, to look at your head. And I'm like, I mean, not look at your head, but to feel your head. And I feel it, and I look at my hand, and it's just full of blood from that nail. And I later found out that I opened my head by a nail, and I had to go get stitches. So I left. I was even wearing a white shirt, so like, you could like, it was bad. It was horrible. It just looked like I killed somebody. But like, it was so much blood, and I didn't feel like anything until I got in the car and they put like ice, or I don't know. No, it wasn't ice. I'm an idiot. But like, until they put your hand on it, then I started feeling it, and I started crying. So that thing, I was 6 years old, so that hurt. That hurt really bad. And then I remember we went to hospital. And then I don't know if they put stitches or not. I really don't remember. Uh, dude, really? Gung Ho? Whatever. But I really like don't remember what happened in the hospital. But all I know is that I bled a lot from my head. Oh my god. There we go. But I bled a shit ton. Like it was bad. I bled a lot, dude. A lot of people were scared. And, you know, it was like, oh my god, like the kid thought I was bomb and everything. And my dad was all freaked out, and you know, my brother and sister all worried about me, and it was just, it was a really scary moment for me. And yeah, that's my first story on how I freaking opened my head at a playground, you know, being a little idiot. Oh my god, what gun? Do RW1 really? But yeah, that's my story, opening my head. And I remember after the hospital, we went to go get some Whataburger. So it was like, alright, I freaking leave this little thing and I go get Whataburger. That's awesome. But yeah, I had like stitches in my head, and you know, I was really careful like how to sleep and everything, because I could like do something to the stitches or something. So like when I would sleep, I would just like stay in one area, and it sucked because when I sleep I move everywhere. Like I really move everywhere. Like I don't. It was just, yeah. So I couldn't like. It just sucked. It really sucks sleeping. Oh no no no. There you go. But it just really sucks sleeping. Alright, we're going to story number 2, and hopefully I can fit this one in here. It's going to be a small little story, as I'm about to finish this game, a free-for-all. But here we go. Alright, so when I was about, wow, dude, how old was I? Dude, I'm missing all these shots. Alright, but when I was about, let's say, 10. Yeah, I was about 10. And I had my neighbor, and his name was Kenny. He moved to Florida, and he broke my heart because we used to hang out like every day, especially on the weekends. Like we hang out a shit ton. But he's gone with on Orlando right now, and you know, broke my heart. But you know, he was my best friend back then. And you know, we hang out all the time. We did all this stuff, fun stuff. And there was this one time where it was weekend, I think it was Saturday, and oh, look at that gun. But it was a Saturday, and we had our little scooters, because we always rode our scooters around. We always like was riding on our scooters. Like he had a bike, but like back then I was scared to ride bikes, because like it just, oh my god, that looks awesome. But like I was just scared to ride bikes, and like I didn't ride bikes at all. So I was like, alright, I'm a scooter guy, like I'm a scooter dude. Like I just, you know, scoot around. And in my street where I live, there's like the street goes up like a hill, like it goes up. So when you're at the top and you're scooting and going down, like you're coming in fast, you're coming in speed. But I got this new scooter for Christmas, and it was very sensitive. And what I mean by sensitive is that like if it hit like a little rock, the scooter would stop. And you know, going fast and stopping immediately, you're flying. You're going flying. And you know, I never wore anything to protect myself. Like I didn't believe in it. I was like, oh, I'll be fine, you know, like I shouldn't worry about anything. So I never wore any like pads or anything like that, nothing protective. And so one time he was like, hey dude, we should ride down the street with our shirts off. And I was like, okay, that sounds pretty awesome, you know. I was 10 years old. I was a little idiot. So that was a very, very bad decision for me. Especially, I mean, if it was on the bike, maybe if I know how to ride, you know, like ride it back then. But like now I do, but back then I didn't. But this scooter just sucked. It was a worst scooter ever. And you know, I was like, yeah, dude, let's go do this. Like, I'm down, dude. Let's go. And oh, my friends want to play already. But like we went down. All right, I was already at the top. It was getting close to I would say the bottom. You know, where I live down here. It was getting close to there, right? So I'm coming down. I'm looking at my friend, and I just smiled like, yeah, this is awesome. Like, you know, this is hilarious because like we're going down with our shirts off. No one saw because it was like a weekend, and it was in the morning. Well, it was not really in the morning. It was like the afternoon, like 12ish. So it was like freaking hot. So The street was freaking hot. All right. So I looked at him and I wasn't paying attention to, the street, and I hit a rock, and I go flying out of my scooter, like flying out of my scooter, and I fell, and it was just so painful. I'm getting fucked up, but it was just so painful, really painful, and I mean, it was so bad. I had this huge bump on my head, right, and I had third-degree burns on my back. Like, that sucked really bad. Third-degree burns on my back. Like, not all of my back, but spots. And it just really sucked. I'm getting destroyed. But it really sucked. And so I was like, oh my god, I'm in so much pain, but I gotta put my shirt on because my mom's gonna get pissed at me. Or my dad. They're gonna get mad at me. That is for sure. So I was like, okay, I gotta put a shirt on, but my head hurt so bad. And I remember opening the freezer, and there was this frozen water bottle. And I got it and put it on my head, and it hurt even more. But I was like, dude, I still gotta put this on. Like, I'm feeling like crap. Like, I was in so much pain. So I went inside to tell my mom, right? My friend Kenny goes inside because he's freaking scared. Like, he didn't fall, but like he's scared. He walked me inside and everything. He was like, oh, like Abraham like got hurt, like something happened to him. And my mom was like, oh, okay, I'm guessing he just fell. He has a couple bruises, dude. I didn't tell him I wrote down my shirt. No, I didn't tell him. I still didn't tell him till this day. But no, I'm not telling him that. But I didn't tell him that. And I was just like, okay, take off your shirt. I took off my shirt, and it's just like red on my back, like third-degree burns. And she was like, oh my god, Abraham, what did you do? I was like, I was just riding down with Kenny, and I just hit a rock and I fell because my scooter sucks. And it was so bad. She had to put alcohol on my back. On third-degree burns, she had to put alcohol. She was like, mijo, buy it on the towel or something because it's gonna hurt. And I was so like, I was so ready for it, but at the same time I wasn't ready. So I was like, oh man, like, damn. And so I just started biting like the hell out of the freaking towel. And like, it wasn't like, she didn't even pour any alcohol, and I was biting the crap out of it. So like, when she poured it on, I was just crying. It hurt. I was 10 years old, guys, I was crying in pain. I was like, damn, this hurts. Like, really bad, dude. I'm sucking big time, but please do not mind this gameplay. But it hurt really bad. Like, really bad. I was in so much pain. I was crying. I remember my brother, he was laughing at me because we had our PS3 in the living room at the time, and my brother was playing Black Ops 1 Zombies, and it was hilarious. He was laughing at me, and I was freaking crying how much pain I was in. But I was just dying. Oh man, that guy sucks. I was in just so much pain. I just couldn't take it. And so later on that day, I was like, my mom told me, you have to take a bath so you can disinfect like whatever you have on your back. Well, not whatever you have, but like the bacteria that's on your back, because I was on the street. And so I got in the bath, and I couldn't even take a bath. I couldn't even sit down because there was spots like almost like close to my ass. And so like I couldn't like honestly even sit down. And at the time I was playing PB football, and I was the starting quarterback. So I couldn't I couldn't say, I had to tell him like, coach, I can't play. I'm messed up. So I told him that, and he freaking laughed at me. But those are the two story, guys, of where I got injured really bad. Those are the only times I got injured really bad. And I was at football at the time, so I couldn't, that sucked. That was embarrassing, that starting quarterback got lost. That there's a stupid thing that he did. But I was a little kid, so they didn't really get mad. But yeah, guys, that's basically my two stories I have for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later. Later.